talk to you about the cost of divorce. Many litigants get frustrated with the unknown cost of litigation. In a divorce, in a custody case, going to trial, not settling is going to cost. Most family law attorneys, we bill hourly. So every time we pick up the phone, send an email, have a conversation, go to mediation, have a meeting with you, we are charging you because we're working. So for every service that we provide, you will see a line item on your bill, hopefully identifying the service that was provided, who provided the service, how much time that service took, and how much that service cost. At the end of the invoice, after all the services are provided, you'll see a total for all the services, and generally you'll also see what is left or remaining in your retainer. Many family law attorneys bill hourly, and that is an example of hourly billing. Some family law attorneys bill a flat fee. That means you get one fee for the service, generally from the beginning of your case until the end of the case, your conclusion of your case, and you pay a flat fee. And that fee will range depending on what the attorney expects or anticipates in your matter, or what you say you want the attorney to handle. The cost of divorce can fluctuate and really just depends on the litigants, the amount of work that is required of the attorney in any case or any proceeding within a case, and how long a proceeding takes. All of these variables can make the cost of divorce increase. Overall, though, many firms will start out with an initial retainer. Many firms that bill hourly will start out with an initial retainer. And that initial retainer will go up and will be required to be replenished if you've exhausted the retainer. And so just because you have an initial retainer doesn't mean that you will not pay more. Our initial retainer is not a flat fee. My firm does not bill a flat fee. We bill at an hourly rate. You pay an initial retainer, and then after your initial retainer is paid, if you've exhausted that retainer prior to the conclusion of your case, you will be required to replenish your retainer. When you go in to see a divorce attorney or a family law attorney, depending on what your issue is, or whenever you go in to see an attorney, always be clear about whether or not the attorney charges a flat fee or charges hourly against an initial retainer. Obviously, there are some areas of law that don't use retainers or hourly billing and flat fee, such as personal injury attorneys who charge on a contingency basis. So be clear when you go to see an attorney as to how they bill, how their firm bills, and if you would be required to pay an initial retainer or replenish that retainer at any time. You can also ask this very question, which is the subject of this episode, is how much your divorce will cost. Please know that unless you are billed a flat fee, it will only be an estimation of the cost of your divorce, because we cannot foresee what will come up, how often you will call our office, how often we will have to speak to the other attorney, how many motions we'll have to draft, how many court appearances we'll have to make. All of these things are moving variables. And so those are things that drive the cost of divorce up, including how the parties get along, whether they're amicable, whether it's contentious, because you can bring every issue to an attorney, and if you do, you will be charged for every time you bring an issue to the attorney. I hope this better explains the cost of divorce, or at least on how much you should pay for your divorce, because every case is different and every firm is different in terms of whether they charge hourly with a retainer or whether they will charge a flat fee. it is best to always ask any attorney when you sit down with them what their costs are, what the anticipated costs are, and always stay on the same page after reviewing your invoice. Just let me know, respond, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks so much.